Good evening. Aim for the moon. If you miss, you may hit a star. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. News. Bahrain and Saudi Arabia sign Memorandum of Understanding linking health passport information with King Fahd Causeway system. Bahrain grabs global attention. Vote set on changes to infrastructure tax law. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi to repeal controversial farm laws following more than a year of protests. Rain likely to hit all regions of Saudi from Friday. Detail. Bahrain grabs global attention. Bahrain's premier security summit opens at the Four Seasons Hotel, Bahrain Bay today. Indonesian Defense Minister Prabowo Subianto is the keynote speaker at the 17th International Institute for Strategic Studies Regional Security Summit, the Manama Dialogue 2021. The Manama Dialogue, themed Multilateralism and the Middle East, will run until Sunday. Like last year, the annual event is being held in a hybrid format in line with the COVID-19 protocols. Over the years, the summit has seen a participation of 100+ delegates from around the world. Bahrain and Saudi Arabia signed Memorandum of Understanding linking health passport information with King Fahd Causeway system. The Information Anti-Government Authority and the Saudi Data and Artificial Intelligence Authority signed a Memorandum of Understanding to launch a health passport which ensures that citizens and residents traveling between Bahrain and Saudi Arabia meet criteria set by both kingdoms to combat COVID-19. The move supports the efforts of the National Task Force for combating the coronavirus. It aims to align the COVID-19 precautionary and monitoring measures to both kingdoms to streamline traffic via the King Fahd Causeway. It capitalizes on the technical compatibility of the Beware Bahrain and Saudi's Tawkalana apps by linking the health passport information hosted on the two apps with the two kingdoms' main passport systems, which helps determine the eligibility of the travelers based on COVID-19 health rules. Vote set on changes to infrastructure tax law. Bahrain's infrastructure levy could be relaxed under new amendments to be debated by the Shura Council during its weekly session on Sunday. Members will vote on 3 sets of amendments which feature a cap on the collected tax and exempt new residential projects, places of worship, societies, and cemeteries from the tax. MPs in February last year approved the changes, forcing the government to draft them as a proper law. However, the government has asked MPs to rethink the proposed amendments since they go against the core purpose of introducing the levy and will result in a fall in revenues. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization agreed to join hands with the kingdom for establishing Isa Al-Kabir Al-Hidayah Al-Khalifiya University. Dr. Majid bin Ali Al-Nuyami said UNESCO would support the ministry in program planning and setting up a smart campus at the university. UNESCO also expressed readiness to advise on creating laboratories and nominate experts for the position of the project director and other positions. Bahrain Cricket Federation honored the champions T20 World Cup qualifiers. Report. Bahrain's national cricket team has been ranked amongst the top 24 T20 teams globally as it gears up to qualify for the T20 World Cup in Australia, set to take place in November 2022. The team topped the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Asian Qualifier Group A tournament, beating hosts Qatar, Maldives and Saudi Arabia. They will be competing in Oman in February, aiming to be one of the top 2 teams in the 8-team ICC Men's T20 World Cup International Qualifier, thus qualifying them to play in the global event in Australia. The Bahrain Cricket Federation recently organized a ceremony at the Crown Plaza Conference Center to honor the victorious team, which is being led by Captain Anasim Khan and coached by Azim ul Haq. The Bahrain Cricket Federation has been formed recently with His Highness's directives, with Hatim Dadabai as president, Anup Kevalram, Manaf Manai, Ahmad Bakr and Fawaz Bokova as members and Mohammad Mansoor as chairman to Cricket Board Advisory Group. The BCF organized a felicitation ceremony to honor the victorious Bahrain national cricket team. The felicitation event was well attended by Mr. Francis Kaidaram, Chairman and Managing Director of IMAC Bahrain Media City, along with families, cricket fans, sponsors, business owners, and media persons. BCF President Hatim Dadabai thanked Supreme Council for Youth and Sports First Deputy Chairman, General Sports Authority Chairman, and Bahrain Olympic Committee President Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa for his support to the board and also to the GSA. Chief guest of the evening was Mr. Muhammad Hassan Ali Al Nusuf, Secretary General of Bahrain National Olympic Committee. Mr. Nusuf praised the Bahrain Cricket Federation and promised to extend full support to the development of cricket and the team's preparation for the qualifiers. The guest of honor, Mr. Muhammad Shahid, CEO KHK Sports, President Brave CF, founder Bahrain MMA, advisor to President, Bahrain Olympic Committee joined the stage along with the chief guest. Speaking on occasion, Mr. Muhammad Mansour congratulated the team, dedicated the success to His Highness's vision during the felicitation, joining from Dubai on a virtual call. International Cricket Council's Development Manager, Mr. Iqbal Sikandar and Ms. Natisha Kothari congratulated Team Bahrain and the BCF on their success. The Secretary General of BCF, Anup Kevalram, delivered the vote of thanks. Cultural Forum to be held in Manama in spring. Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities President Sheikha Mai bint Mohammed Al Khalifa and Russia's Minister of Culture Olga Lyubimova have discussed ways to enhance cultural relations between the two countries. The meeting focused on the Bahrain-Russian Cultural Forum, Diversity of Cultures as basis for dialogue, to be held in Manama in the spring. During the forum, cultural and artistic figures from the two countries will get together to participate in the development of cultural work and dialogue. Forgotten rare Islamic artifact on display at museum. A 700-year-old limestone artifact which was once part of the historic Khamis Mosque but lay forgotten in the National Museum storage area has been dusted off and placed on display to help celebrate International Day of Islamic Art. The event was marked by the Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities with a pop-up exhibition at the Bahrain National Museum yesterday, highlighting its collection alongside an architectural webinar featuring various experts from the Arab world. Global superstar Khalid Robinson will perform at Al Dan Amphitheatre in Sakhir on December 8. He is the second artist to take the stage at Bahrain's newest live entertainment destination after singing sensation Rashid Al Majid wowed the crowd earlier this month. Bahrain bagged Arab badminton gold. Bahrain came away with 2 medals, a gold and a silver, at the recently concluded 6th Arab Badminton Cup 2021, which was hosted in the kingdom. National team players Adnan Ibrahim and Jafar Ibrahim were the 2 medalists. Adnan won the gold in the men's singles category and then teamed up with Jafar to clinch the silver in the men's doubles. Today's COVID updates. COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi to repeal controversial farm laws following more than a year of protests. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday announced that his government will repeal the 3 contentious agricultural laws and requested protesting farmers to go back to their fields and homes. Addressing the nation, Prime Minister Modi said the 3 laws will be repealed in the winter session of Parliament starting later this month. The decision comes just ahead of state polls in Punjab and Uttar Pradesh, where the farm protests were predicted to dent the BJP's electoral fortunes. Since the 3 farms bills have already been passed into law, the government will have to formally bring 3 new bills to repeal them and get it passed in the both houses. For more than a year, Indian farmers have fought the 3 new farm laws, which they said leave them to open exploitation by large corporations and destroy their livelihoods. The laws, which were passed last September, loosened rules around the sale and pricing of produce that have protected farmers from an unregulated free market for decades. It resulted in some of the biggest protests India has ever seen and posed a rare threat to Modi's government after he failed to quell the demonstrations. Prime Minister Modi said his government did its best to educate and inform the farmers about the laws and will continue to keep working for their betterment. Bahrain Kerliya Samajam is once again hosting the biggest badminton event that the Badminton World Federation has sanctioned. Bahrain International Challenge 2021. After a wait of 2 years, internationally sanctioned badminton events are back to the shores of Bahrain. The BIZ is the highest category event that is held on the island, and this time it is bigger than ever, with players finally being able to travel in the post-pandemic scenario. This year's event has seen the biggest turnout in the tournament's history, with nearly 250 players from 25 countries. The event has become truly global, with participation from European countries like Belarus, Malta, and Belgium to Central Asian countries like Turkey and Azerbaijan. This year we are having a small contingent from across the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, with players from the United States of America and Australia. The remaining players are from Russia, Indonesia, Egypt, Singapore, Hong Kong, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Estonia, Maldives, Canada, Syria, Iraq, UAE, Pakistan, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and South Africa. BK's President Mr. P.V. Radhakrishna Pillai, Mr. Ibrahim Kamal, Treasurer of Bahrain Badminton and Squash Federation, and other officials from BKS attended the press conference which was held on 18th November 2021. Rain likely to hit all regions of Saudi from Friday. Heralding the winter season, all regions of the kingdom are expected to receive rain from Friday till Monday. The wet weather still prevails in the regions of Mecca and Medina and the coastal areas after receiving heavy rain accompanied by thunderstorms in Jeddah and some other cities last Saturday and Sunday. This rainy weather is likely to spread to the entire regions of the kingdom, especially the northern and eastern regions, as well as the Riyadh and Qasim regions. The Meteorological Directorate of Bahrain forecasts fine weather but becoming partly cloudy later during the day. Now we will be back after a very short break. Welcome back. Tajikistan exempts Saudi citizens from entry visas for 30-day stay. Tajikistan has issued an official decision stipulating that Saudi citizens are exempted from entry visas to the Republic of Tajikistan for a stay of 30 days. Effective from January 1st, 2022, Tajikistan Embassy in Riyadh said that the decision reflects the distinguished relations between the two countries and Tajikistan's keenness to strengthen and develop cooperation with the kingdom in all fields of common interest, as this decision represents an unprecedented step in the course of bilateral ties. Saudi's Tawakkul app provides travel requirements for all countries. Tawakkul application has provided a new feature that enables travelers to check the travel requirements in all countries of the world. The service allows travelers to review the health travel requirements set by each country in the world, such as the COVID-19 PCR tests, date for each country, age groups requirements, the type of vaccine that has been approved by the country, and many more. Those wishing to view the requirements can visit the Tawakkul app and click on Health Travel Requirements in the Health Services, thereby selecting the destination country, departure, and arrival date. Speaker of the Arab Parliament Adil bin Abdurrahman Al Asumi took part as a special guest in the 43rd meeting of the Bureau of the Parliamentary Assembly of the Mediterranean, held at the headquarters of the Italian Senate from November 18 to 20. During the meeting, Al Asumi highlighted the security challenges of the Arab world and the Mediterranean region, stressing that promoting interfaith dialogue and consolidating a culture of coexistence are the best means to combat the extremist ideology. Kuwait elected to UNESCO's Executive Board 2021-2025 with 153 votes. Kuwait has been elected to the Executive Board of UNESCO for a 4-year term, 2021 to 2025. The country's permanent representative Adam Al-Mullah has said Kuwait won 153 votes. He thanked the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the support of the Kuwait mission to UNESCO and the member states of the organization for their vote of confidence in Kuwait. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I am Vinod Narayanan, signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.